Hello, everyone, and welcome to another session of Ghosts of Saltmarsh. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Cranio Dad. Tonight, I have with me a traveling band of misfits who have found themselves in a predicament so dire that even as the DM, I'm not going to tell you where they are. They're going to have to tell you what's going on. So, with that, let's jump on into the game and introduce the players and the characters. As soon as the button decides to work, what are these errors that I'm getting? This is It's gonna be a great night, y'all. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Rogelio. I'm a human. I'm an older human rogue, um, who's really confused about what happened last session and is eager to find out what's gonna happen.
Nobody else wants to go. This is so
Nope.
good.
I don't even know where to begin.
Clearly,
I guess.
saved Deluge for last.
Okay. Never mind then.
I'm Oddity, a human Azamar sorcerer who believes she is gifted with foresight, that she is a seer, she's a fortune teller, and she's very confused. She's very upset.
I'm Counter, human fighter, Viking fighter of the group, and apparently I can give some pretty good dad talks when it comes to potentially dangerous situations.
Alright, I'm Deluge Marshhand, the Genasi Bard, and I'm a shithead. Basically, I've betrayed the group in trying to save the group, and I'm making questionable choices that may or may not lead to my own demise within the following episodes.
That's fair. Uh, Maybe later on tonight, I'll be also playing the part of Circes, who is our dragonborn paladin. Where we last saw our adventurers. Um, yeah, so there was a ship, and you guys were watching for it, and Deluge decided to go swimming, and I, as the DM, thought that she was going to be going for, I had led her towards a path of maybe finding some really cool stuff under the water, but no. Instead, there was an encounter with the ship, with just Deluge, um, trying to prevent a lot of bloodshed. Deluge talked to the captain of the Sea Ghost, which is a smuggling vessel, and persuaded them to meet with her tomorrow to take care of the delivery of goods instead of that evening, in a way to attempt bloodshed. However, the party just know that they saw her bump into the boat and then come back. As far as the party knows, she was swimming, she swam into the boat. They turned her around and she left. She wasn't even aware that was the boat, and the boat left. There was a little bit of a fight, a little bit of a disagreement between Deluge and Oddity, while Oddity is in a room with the door locked. And Deluge decided that she knew what she wanted to do as a way to try to fix things. And she grabbed her things and walked out the front door. And that's where we are beginning this lovely evening. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and drag our map on over to where you guys will then be able to see what I've had to build because of all of this.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good, I promise. So, Deluge. Let me go ahead and put the map up for everyone else. That's not the map. Ooh, that's bad. You guys can see what you're running into. We're going to go back over. Nobody saw anything. Don't pay attention to the man behind the screen. All right.
See a house.
Yeah, good. Well, no, on the stream you can see what you're going to run into because I copied the wrong screen, because that's life. But anyway, so players are all a bit quiet. Yes, I can definitely adjust the levels. Definitely adjust the levels. All right. So with that, you guys, Deluge, you walk out the door as the sun is beginning to rise, and you see coming down the trail in front of the house is a horse-drawn cart with 2 commoners on it. The cart is somewhat covered. The commoners look, well, from that distance, you can pretty much easily tell that they appear to be human women coming up. One is dismounted, one is steering the cart. You have your things, and they're making a beeline towards the front door.
I'm going to intercept them.
Okay. As you get closer, the one who is on foot kind of looks at you and says, I don't think I've seen you here before. Are you new?
I'm part of the party that's patrolled here and keeping an eye out. I believe you're. Are you here delivering something for us, or?
She kind of looks over her shoulder. The other lady in the cart nods her head, and she goes, "We're here for our pickup. We saw the ship."
For pickup? I'm a bit confused.
The lady in the cart pulls the horse to a stop and dismounts. You're going to see a body in the cart. It's just because I have to have a token, and that's just a drawing, so just deal with it. And she dismounts. Um, and she says, from a distance, she says, we saw the ship. The goods were paid for. We're here to pick up our delivery. So can we take them, please?"
Right. Little problem with that. Uh, the goods aren't here.
I'll say, as this is going on, you hear the door behind you open and close, and Cirrus walks out. He's on kind of the front porch. He's just looking at you in dismay, like, don't go. And you turn back around, and you can... what's your passive perception?
Oh dear, what is my passive perception? 12.
12. At this distance, you're picking up a very familiar smell that doesn't seem to match with what you were seeing. A little bit of peat, a little bit of bog, a little bit of swamp and toil and wet, decaying matter is this odor that is coming from at least the woman directly in front of you.
Well, miss,
And the other
I
one says, "What do
believe-
you mean the goods aren't here? We've been doing this for a while now. We've paid. We need them now."
Yes, well, I'm afraid that there has been a change in management. This place is now under the protection of Misfortune's Glory, and you are not welcome here.
And as you say that, I need you to go ahead and roll initiative.
Yep. 5.
5. Fantastic. Give me a moment. Let me drag these down here. Replace a few things, and we're going to get into this right out of the gate, because what better way to get back into D&D than to have this happen? Let me go change this to this layer.
I was gonna say, I think I had my familiar out flying around the house. So would he have seen any of this happening?
Yeah, you saw the cart and stuff like that. And you see, as you say, Misfortune's Glory, the veil disappear, and you see 2 sea hags directly in front of you.
That's fine. Yeah. Fine.
I need you to do a wisdom saving throw right out of the gate.
Okay. 10.
10. You are now frightened for 1 minute. From both of them, actually. Because you would need an 11 and a 14 on the other one. So, you now have the act of being frightened. The sea hag that is right next to you. Let me see if I can find a way to actually bring this map onto our stream. Give me a second. because I know people like to see maps. I bring this.
We all gonna die.
It's only gonna hurt the first time. After that, you know. Live editing, folks. Live editing. Okay. So then let me do this, and I can just do it that way. Is that what I needed to do the whole time? I need to break it the other way? Awesome. Thank you, Google Chrome. Awesome. So the sea hag that is directly in front of you is going to lunge out with her claws and try to make an attack. That is only a 17.
That'll hit.
So you take 10 damage, 10 slashing damage as she
Jesus
claws across
Christ.
your face and starts to push you away. And you hear the other one hiss a word. You speak Aquan, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, then you understand it, and you understand that it's being spoken in Aquan, and you hear betrayal back to the village. And then with that, Circe, seeing this go on, is going to pull his halberd and scream inside, "Guys, we've got a problem!"
Shit.
And he's going.
No, we're fine.
And he's going to grab his halberd and rush up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to try to use reach to hit the one that just hit you. And he's going to miss. So the halberd flies between you and the hag. It's just missing her arms. She draws her arms back. You can hear the blades cut through the air right in front of you. You almost hear the fabric cut a little bit on her clothing. With that, I need everyone else to roll initiative so I can get you guys in if you'd like.
17.
Uno momento, por favor. 17. All right.
Okay,
11 for
12.
oddity.
Counter. Warm up these dice.
All right. That would be here. And all right. All right. So then we'll be to you, Deluge, and then we'll go to the top of the order.
Okay. Crap. I guess I'm gonna try to stab one of these things with my rapier if I can, or can I not do that because I'm frightened?
You're frightened. And
Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna what can I do? Let's see. I'm going to actually, because I have to run like away from them, right?
you cannot willingly move towards them or attack them. You can do a saving throw at the end of your turn at disadvantage if they are still within your line of sight.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can do what I want to do. I'm gonna. I'm gonna sort of do like a weird zigzag maneuver
Okay.
to run. Can I even? I'm gonna run this way a little bit, and then I'm gonna run on the other side of the horse and try to steal the carriage.
Okay. Do me a favor. Give me a animal handling check, please, because you're rushing the horse. I want to see what happens.
Please let this go. Oh my god, natural 20.
All right. The horse seems to bow itself up and block you as you run next to it. So that way your eyes are hidden.
Nice.
Feel free to do your wisdom save again.
Another natural 20. I'm never using different dice.
All right, you are now immune for the next 24 hours, and you are no longer frightened. Circe was able to pass his check as well. So with that, we move to the top of the order. All right. This is going to be fun, folks. This is going to be lots of fun. Welcome back. It's been a month.
Don't bury me
Okay.
at sea.
So the one that attacked you, we'll have her go first. She is going to. This is going to make it really interesting. Please don't come at me, PETA. She is going to rush towards the horse, claws out, and try to claw through the horse to reach you.
Oh,
No.
poor horse.
No.
Better the horse than me.
You're evil.
She reaches up to the horse, and because of your animal handling check being a natural 20, the horse seems to push her off to the side and knocks her to the ground.
We're hiring that
Nice.
horse.
And she is on the ground prone. She uses the remainder of her movement and her other action that she gets to go ahead and stand up and just kind of scream. And you hear a plethora of curse words and a quan coming from the other side of this horse. The other sea hag is going to. She is going to. Yeah.
You're enjoying this too much.
I can't help it. This is the kind of shit that makes me smile.
Worries me.
She is going to point at. Oh, no, she's still focused on you. She's not too worried about Circe yet. She's going to go
Good.
back here, and she's going to point a finger at you. And you're going to hear
no.
some words that some of them make sense, many of them don't. And this greenish, like almost vomitous coloring of ray of light leaves from her gnarled fingertip and impacts you. And let's see if it impacts you. That's a 19.
Shit.
So you are going to take 2d8 poison damage.
Shit. Poison?
Yep.
Shit.
So you're taking 6 poison damage,
Oh, okay. That's
and you need to make a Constitution saving throw, please. As Ray of
That's
Sickness is
a-
used.
19.
19, you succeed, and so you feel the poison initially hit you as that ray hits you, and you smell the stench, the vomit, the bile, the grossness, and you feel it just kind of wrench your body for a split second, and you feel yourself a little bit weaker, but then you kind of shake it off, and you deal with the damage, but you don't feel it lingering, so you are not poisoned. And with that, we move on to Rogelio.
Hearing Circe's call, I would scramble down the steps to the doorway here.
All right.
Kind of gonna assess the situation, and then I guess I will. I will just bonus action, cunning action, dash out here.
As you crest the doorway, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. 21.
Oh,
That's a
you're-
natural 20.
Yeah, for a second, not even a second. You kind of walk out, you're assessing the situation, you go, damn, she ugly. And you just keep moving. Like, I've seen worse.
Rogelio's definitely seen sea hags before in his time.
Yes.
But I think that's all I can really achieve this turn is getting down here. I'd whip out both my blades, ready to fight.
Okay, that is not me, what we're talking about in chat. I thought it was, and it's not. Okay, so you're going to get down there?
Yep, that's as much as I can do.
All right, cool. Now we move on to Circe, who, very concerned about the sudden disappearance of Deluge, is going to rush forward, and he is going to thrust his halberd forward as an attempt to take out the sea hag. That will hit that sea hag. Ooh, geez. Okay. So you, those of you can see it, and Deluge, you hear the sound of the sea hag wrenching as the halberd is brought down on her shoulder. There's a sickening, slicing crack and a thud as the blade end of the halberd reaches through the clothing, cuts in through the shoulder, and meets bone on metal. And Circe just rips it back out, and he gets ready to plunge it back again as soon as he can. With that, we now move on to Calder.
Alright, so Calder is. He's got his light crossbow out. He's going to run, come out the door,
As soon as you come out the door, wisdom save.
and. Ooh, I don't think this is going to be a 7.
All right, that's as far as you can make it. You look out and go, damn, she is ugly. And you just kind of have to stop for a moment. You cannot make any movement towards her. You are now frightened.
I can still come out and try to keep my distance then, right?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
25. I'm gonna end up right there.
That's good.
And then I guess I'm gonna put my crossbow away then and grab my 2 axes out.
Sounds good. And since it's at the end of your turn, you can try to make another wisdom save
Alright. Come on, let's go with this
at
dice.
disadvantage.
It's 4.
Okay. And guys, don't forget you do have dissonant whispers.
Dissonant whispers.
So then we move on to Oddity, who is inside a locked room that she has locked, but probably heard the cry from Circe.
I'm gonna assume I am where I am in the map,
Yes.
and I'm gonna run to the window. Hopefully, can I try and open the window?
Yeah, absolutely.
Will it open or is it old?
It's open. You can open it.
All right, I'm gonna open it, stick my head out, and can I get a clear shot to one of the hags? If I like leaning out the window.
You have a clear shot. I go corner to corner. So you do have a clear shot from the window.
Okay, I'm going to use. I'm gonna use Witch Bolt.
Go
Cast
for it.
Witch Bolt.
Go for it.
That is a 14.
14. The purplish ichor leaving from your hands flies through the air and makes contact. Roll your damage.
Woo! 3.
Noted. And I could say you could use the rest of your movement to get out the window. You're kind of perched in. You would fit. Just so you know, you don't have to do that. I'm just letting you know that if you wanted to use the window as a point of egress, you can.
The way I have it in my head, she's just kind of just sitting on the
out.
windowsill, but she's braced. Like she's got her leg to brace her.
Yeah.
And she's just laying stuff out the window.
Perfect.
So.
But yeah, you could definitely fit through the window, so it's not like you're gonna get stuck on the way out. All right. Deluge.
I'm still trying to steal this horse. So, I guess I'm gonna hop on the horse and try to ride it off.
Okay. So you are able to climb up on the horse. Give me another animal handling check.
It's gonna be a 14.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. You're able to dig your heels into the horse a little bit, and you go to move the horse forward. You're able to move the horse a few feet, enough to get an opportunity attack from the hag. And
Okay.
then you hear the fact that the wheels are not moving, and you look behind you and see that the brake is set on the wagon.
Okay, well, I'll take that opportunity attack, and then I'm gonna try to.
The
How
opportunity
is the
attack's
horse?
only a 14.
Oh, that hits.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah.
It's 5. 5 piercing.
Okay, I will take that. And how's the horse attached to the wagon?
Give me a give me a perception check. I'll roll this with what you did already. I'll say that you've been around long enough that you might have a really good idea, but I just want to see what you can see.
Okay, that's gonna be an 18.
It's got a dual pin cotter for the yoke that leads up to the wooden and iron slats that move next to the horse that have at least 4 buckle bracings that go across. The reins run through a bit right below the nostrils and the mouth, attached to a head harness that run back, are hooked into the wood, and then cross over for steering. There's a dual-handed brake on the wagon itself. It's on the front 2 wheels.
So I can't just cut this horse free.
No, it's not. It's not loosely tethered. This is a pretty sturdy cart.
Shit. Okay, I'm gonna hop onto the cart and try to unlock it and steer from there then.
All right, I'll get you to the cart, but the unlocking would have to be on your next turn.
Okay.
All right, you can put yourself on the cart.
Yes. Doop, doop. Come on, get on the.
Rogelio right now is just thinking, brilliant idea, Deluge. Stop the cart.
We'll say you're on the cart. That's good enough.
Yeah. It won't click to let
No,
me
that's
be
okay.
on the cart.
It's okay. It's because of the gridding plus the fact that it's weird. I got it. You're good.
right.
We're professionals. We're doing it right. All right. So let's back up to the top of the order. So this is round number 3. I'm keeping track for reasons. Nothing important. Don't worry about it, guys. You're fine. So the hag that took its opportunity attack against you, Deluge, is going to turn back around and try to lash back out at Circes. And she's going to fail. The other hag is going to move up here into view. She could see you going for the cart. She sees Circes. She sees the other hag who is struggling a bit. She's not rough yet, but she's getting there. And yeah, this is as good as time as any. You're going to see her hand hold out, and she starts muttering more words pointing at Circes. Again, these are a mixture of words, some that you know, some that you don't. And in a quick moment, there's a brilliant flash of light, and where Circes once was, there is now a bronze statue about this big of Circes.
Oh boy.
If you would like to look at our stream, I can demonstrate by what that symbol looks like that's already up.
Sorry, how big was that?
About 4 inches, 3 to 4 inches.
So depending what's there on the ground, we might not even actually see him.
It's glistening in the sunlight.
Okay. Oh, that's a new one for me.
I know, right? Isn't it great? Isn't it awesome? Having a DM that just really is fun.
Yeah.
That's a word for it.
Yeah, that's a word, right? I need to fix one thing, guys. 1 second. That static can now go away. It didn't quite work, but oh well. Yeah. So there's a little bronze statue of Circe with his halberd, his hand back, snarling, and you can see it glistening in the sunlight.
So I'm assuming that Sea Hag no longer counts as being engaged.
Technically still engaged by Deluge.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, the one by the horse? No longer
Yeah.
engaged.
Okay.
She's a free spirit. With that, Rogelio, you're up.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna run up behind this one, or just behind it. I just engage her and swing at her with both my blades. The main hand, that's a 12,
Oh, you barely miss.
and the offhand is a 15.
15. This time you're offhand. You feel it ring true, moving just past some of the armor that is being worn underneath the thinly veiled clothes. Roll your
And
damage.
that is just a 4, but I'm gonna put sneak attack into it.
So that 4 turns into 783.
It's been so long, I don't remember. Is my sneak attack still 1 die? It's 2d6.
2d6 at level 3.
So 9 total.
Not bad, not bad. She is looking rough. All right. Circe's doesn't even get a saving throw. Calder, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna use really do anything. So I'm just gonna take that wisdom save,
Okay.
dissonant whisper, to give myself advantage on it.
It would negate the disadvantage. So you would
Get
have a straight roll.
Alright. 7 again.
You are still frightened.
Let's switch these dice out.
Oddity.
I'm going to do the, because he's Witch Bolt, I'm going to roll another d12 damage automatically. As my action, that is 10 damage.
Nice.
Oof.
And, I'm looking at what I have here. Shit. Oh, I can't do what I want to do. Okay. That's it.
Okay. Deluge.
I'm gonna undo the brake and fucking get out of here.
All right, give me a strength check.
Oh boy. I'm so good at those. 15.
15. You're able to release the brake.
Oh, thank God.
All right. So you're able to move about 60 feet.
Okay.
I'll take care of it.
Let's see. I'm just gonna start driving towards town away from the house, so.
We'll say about there for now. Just that way it stays on the screen for me.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm just getting out of Dodge.
All right. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. So you're moving about 60 feet away, which is good. You kind of look over your shoulder, making sure that your friends are okay, and you look back. And as you look back, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. 8.
Oof. So, as you look back for a brief moment, you're pulled back into a dream. just for a
Okay.
second, and you see yourself as a young child running through the woods. There's a rainstorm, thunder and lightning, no moon. You can hear the wolves howling. You can hear people screaming your name, not in a way of trying to find you, to comfort you. And you're running, and you're running, and you can smell the beasts. You can smell the decay. You can smell all the things, and you feel the beads of sweat start to coalesce on your forehead, and your skin start to go cold. These are nightmares that you had as a kid, and you just don't even know where this is coming from. Why is this happening now? And you can feel your heart beginning to race. And because it's Phantasmal Killer, you are now frightened for the duration of this spell. And I will be rolling 4d10 psychic damage.
Oh, okay.
And that's when your brain slides out your ears.
That's 16 damage.
Okay, how much damage does it have to do for me to be dead?
Double your health total health pool.
Yeah, I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, but you are now
I'm
unconscious.
out, but I'm not dead.
Okay.
As the cart careens off a cliff.
Do me a favor. No, do me a favor. As your unconscious body begins to slump, roll me percentile die.
57.
Okay. Well, that's enough to make you fall forward, and the rest of you, you hear the muffled scream, almost like those night terrors that my kids are all having now because life is great. But when you wake up, you need to scream for like a brief second, like like super fast for no reason, and you're just like, oh shit, that was just a dream. You hear that scream come from Deluge, and then you hear the sound of metal on wood on wood on metal as she slumps forward onto the brake, resetting the brake, and you hear wood snap, and you see the horse continue.
Damn it.
But the cart come to a dead stop in a cloud of dust, smoke, and dirt. And you can kind of see, I'll say Oddity from where you are, and Calder, as you see this, Rogelio might be a little too far for you to see, but definitely Oddity, you can see this. You see the slumped hand of Deluge kind of leaning out of the side of the cart, almost lifeless at a distance. So with that, we move on. The other half, yeah, nope, we're good. Rogelio, you're up.
I will repeat my attack against the hag.
Go for it.
My main hand, that's a 16.
That's a hit.
7. That hits for 10.
Noted.
And
Looking super rough.
offhand, that's a 14.
That's a hit.
Hitting for 4.
Oh, she is at death's door. You can hear the blood rattling in her breath as she is struggling. You see her body begin to turn a pale gray blue. The eyes are beginning to flicker in the back of her head and come forward. She's trying to maintain focus with where she is.
I forgot. I can just sneak attack whenever I want now.
Oh, Jesus.
Sneak attack. 6 damage.
Okay, she's dead. Her lifeless body then shuffles its mortal coil and falls to the ground. There is a putrid smell as the body hits the earth of just decay. It's actually one of my favorite smells. Maybe it's because of the cypress. I don't know. But have you ever gone to like a swamp and just like take a really deep breath? That decay, mold, rot smell that actually is somewhat pleasant, but also at the same time kind of makes you go. Hmm. That's the smell. Just as her last breath is let out, and she is no more. All right, Calder.
Alright, so.
As she falls, by the way, you are no longer frightened.
Oh.
Quickly, Rogelio would look back over his shoulder and be like, "Could use a hand over here, Calder."
Yes, so I am going to. Let's see how far I can make it. Here. There, and then. So a action to dash. So
Okay.
that's what's that? Another full movement.
Another full movement. Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20. And then since I guess as my bonus action of my offhand,
Can't you only do that if your other action is an attack?
That was my understanding.
Yeah.
I won't be doing that. But I'll be I'll get right there. I'll gauge the other sea hag.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Oddity.
So I saw Deluge go down.
You did.
Yep, you said okay. All right.
The moment
damn
of
it.
truth.
This is where it gets interesting, folks.
I know what I would do, but the problem is what Oddity would do. She's gonna scream for Deluge. And now the map is right. She's 35 feet away from me, right?
She's a little bit more than that, but I'll be generous because I don't want to use the rest of the map just because it makes my screen weird.
All right. Well, what I'll do then is I'm going to use tempestuous magic to launch myself about 10 feet, and then I'm going to use my radiant soul action. My eyes it's going to get really bright because of my glasses. My eyes will just start to glow. I'll grow 2 golden wings, and I will fly to Deluge.
All right, so here is what you guys, Calder and Rogelio, you hear Oddity scream, and you look over your shoulders, and like some kind of just unbelievable magic, you see her throw her arms back, and she flies from the window towards the cart. And right before she lands, you see 2 brilliantly bright flashes of light and some wings sprout forth, and she flies directly to the cart right after Deluge. What would you like to do next?
I used my action, my bonus action. I want to use healing hands, but that's
Do me a
showing as
favor.
an action.
Roll a percentile die.
Is double zeros 100 or is it 0?
I think it's 100.
Double zero is shit. That's 10. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
okay, so then if I roll 10,
yeah.
it's 100? Or is it just 10?
What's the other die?
Yeah, what's the
A
other?
1. I'm trying to figure out if I roll.
It'd be
I rolled
1.
11, didn't I? 11%.
Yeah, double zero is the
Yeah.
100. So yeah. All right.
Okay.
Do me a favor
Left
and explain to me the emotion that Deluge is feeling at this moment, having seen this go on, and having seen and making this decision to fly towards, or that Oddity is feeling towards Deluge right now.
Oddity is was viciously angry because she's not forgiving and she feels betrayed. But Deluge is the first person she met that she actually talked to after her circus abandoned her, so. Despite being really angry and really pissed off and not going to tell Deluge or show it, she's she still considers her friend and loves her dearly, so
Feel free
she's
to
gonna
use your
try
other
the best
action.
she can. Alright, then I just touch her hand, first thing I can reach, and I restore 3 hit points.
Double it.
Yay.
So from the distance in the dark, as you can feel your body starting to let go of everything Deluge. You feel the cold. You're back in that scared place as a child, and from somewhere in the distance, you can hear your name being screamed on the wind, and the wind begins to howl, and then all of a sudden there's a warmth, and at first you feel as though your hand is almost a little bit on fire, and then that warmth moves up your hand, and you feel it grab a hold of your heart and squeeze, 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 and your heart begins to beat again, and you take a deep breath, and you open your eyes with 6 hit points, and you see Oddity standing over you.
I'm just gonna look up and say, fuck.
We can't RP that right
Oh,
now.
right.
We'll move on. No, that's good. That's good. All right, so you're back. All right, Deluge, it's your turn.
I'm going to get up and run after the horse.
The horse is about 120 feet away from you at this point.
Shit. Okay. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? These are very difficult choices to make. I'm going to look at Oddity, and I'm going to start whispering things, and I'm going to cast Words of Terror.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
So, should make me a wisdom save, please.
Oh, deluge, deluge, deluge. There's gonna be a come to Jesus moment. 17. Wait, yeah, 17.
Okay, you're fine.
Do I feel what you tried to do though? Because sorcery.
Let's see. If the target succeeds, it is not aware I use this ability.
Okay.
This
So
time.
you have no idea that I did that.
So you just hear
You
her
just-
whisper words in your ear, and you're just like,
You just
I made the right decision. I brought her back.
Jesus,
still
nothing is working out for me.
All right,
I
so
could die.
then we are back to the top of the order. You, Deluge, hear it first as the hag begins to scream in Aquan that they will be back. We will be back for what we have paid for. The lizard folk paid for these weapons. This is why we don't involve you fucking humans. And then it's said in virtually the same tone again in common, so the rest of you understand what's going on. And she raises her hands.
Quick, cut off her hands.
Oh, shit. Okay, then.
We're all dead.
She raises her hands, and this... Oh, Jesus. It would be probably Calder. At least Calder. Calder, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Dice, don't fail me.
And Rogelio.
Okay.
Yeah. What was that?
Dirty 20.
Only a 20?
11 for me.
Yeah, only a dirty 20.
Okay. All right, Rogelio, you are not affected. Well, you are somewhat affected, but you're able to shake it off. You barely passed. Calder, you fall asleep. Everything just goes dark. All of a sudden, you just kind of stretch, and you just kind of slump slowly down onto the soft grass. You can feel the wind from coming over the cliff, the smell of the salt air, the warm-ish breeze for this time of year. You can hear the roaring waves, and you're just lulled into sleep. Yeah, you're asleep. So, and she turns and begins to run. At the same time, you hear the uttering of more words, and she's going to use her special ability because why not? And quickly become a blop, 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 a raven, and in a flash of light, a violent purple light, she takes the shape of a raven and flies off towards the trees. You guys are no longer in initiative.
I'm just here catching up on my sleep, just
Uh,
getting some
I'm
Z's, yeah.
I was gonna
gonna
run over to Calder.
yeah, I'm gonna launch. I still have my wings for a minute, so I'm
Okay.
just gonna launch myself in the air and fly over towards them and go check on them. I'll leave
Sounds good.
Deluge where she is.
I'm
Well-
gonna I'm gonna go after the horse while no one's looking.
Okay. Okay. So Deluge takes off after the horse. Oddity.
Do any of us notice?
Calder does not.
Neither does Circe.
Neither does Circe. Rogelio, probably not. Oddity, give me give me percentage check. Percentile die.
Try a different set this time. 35.
Oddity does not. I'll say Oddity, by the time that you get over there, you turn around and look, and Deluge is straight booking it. She is probably about 60 to 90 feet, running towards the town, towards the horse. The
Son
horse
of
is
a
about
bitch, I should
300
have let her
feet away.
die. And she's gonna. I think from where she wouldn't know Calder was asleep, so she just stick a hand on his neck, feel for pulse, and just start hitting his chest, trying to
As
wake
soon
him
as
up.
you hit him, Calder, you wake up. And you're like, oh, wow,
What?
oh, feels great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of like started sleeping.
I noticed.
I hate you all.
I should have stayed up too late.
What did I do?
I don't know. I just hate you all. She gets him, goes back into the house.
And I will say,
Uh,
Circe's statue
Well, what about-
is still there.
Do you
Oh,
know
yeah.
anything about this? As I pick up Circe.
You pick it up?
Oh boy.
Oh, right. One
Yeah.
second. 1 second. No, you said it. Sorry,
I
Kenna.
picked it up. He's dead. I killed him.
All right. So,
Now I turned into a statue myself.
so you pick it up, and the weight feels like it would be a bronze statue, right? It feels a little bit heavy for its size, but it honestly feels a little heavier than you think it should. And what strikes you the most is that you've been around Circe enough that you've brushed up against each other. Maybe you've shaken hands, or it feels as warm as Circe's does. In fact, when you put your hands on it and you hold it for a second, you can feel a heartbeat that isn't yours coming from the statue.
I think I look right in its eyes. Circe? You in there? Tap the head lightly.
Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely turned around and was looking at them now.
Okay.
Bill scale, 32 mil, heroic.
Yeah. I mean, you feel the bronze of the statue itself. You get no
If I-
response.
If I touch it, do I recognize anything or get a feeling from it, or?
You can certainly try.
I hand Circe to Oddity.
Hold in my hand, give it a very good look.
Give me an investigation check.
Look for like a maker's mark or something. investigation, you said?
Yeah.
That's cocked because it landed on my other dice. Shit, that's worse. 8.
You're holding it. You feel the same thing. You feel the residual warmth it feels like there's no way this is metal, right? But you tap it, you can feel it. It's definitely metal, and you can feel a heartbeat. And you're looking all the way around, and it is exactly what Circes looked like in that moment, almost like he's been frozen in time and cast into a statue. And you call back to some of the stuff that you've read in your journeys and some of the things you've heard. You know, the tales that you hear while on the road with the circus about, you know, some of the ne'er-do-wellers in this world, and you've heard of some classes of magic that will cause this, to where, guess what, folks? This is a curse. And because it's a curse, you know of it. You don't know what the curse is. You don't know how to break it. But you know that this is rumored to be a kind of curse that can happen, to where a person could be cursed into a statue-like state.
How much gold do you guys have? Do we all have? And
Well,
we're gonna need a curse breaker.
oh.
Circes. This is Circes. He's it's a curse. I don't know the name. I've only heard of it sort of through Granny when we were on the road.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And is there like so we feel the warmth and the heartbeat. Like, is there any sense of respiration coming off of it?
The heartbeat is at a very steady rate. It's not panicked. It's not slowing down. Even after a minute or so, it's definitely, you would assume, based on what you know about physiology and how things work for, be it human, be it elf, be it dragonborn, that there must be some kind of respiration that is happening, but maybe not
On the same normal level.
right, and really
Okay.
fast. So, Deluge, after about 15 or 20 minutes, I need a Constitution save to check against exhaustion, because you've been running hard after that horse.
Okey-doke. 16.
All right, you are still good, and it's still like it's running back and forth. It's trying to stay to the trail because it's a horse, so it knows trails, and you know that it's either going to break off at some point and try to go home, or it's going to keep running until it exhausts itself. You are currently 15 minutes sprint away from the house. And you are not gaining by fair, but just because it's a horse, horses move faster than people.
What do I do? I guess I'm kind of just gonna keep heading towards town at this point, because
Okay.
I need to get there anyway.
Yep. Okay. All right. What are the rest of you doing?
Being upset with my choices.
Would Nightbreeze? You think Nightbreeze would know any curse breakers or that might be able to help us out?
He's the only person I can think of to go to here anyway.
Yeah, he's the only person we know. He seems to be well connected. If there's anything that can be done, this is Circes. He's alive.
Do you want to hold
Hope it a
on
bit.
to him? Do you want to hold on to him, or do you want one of us to hold him?
Well, I have the bag of holding, but I don't know if we can put him in it.
I don't know if we should put him in it either.
I don't.
And
I
if
don't
he
think
has
we
an empty
should.
pouch.
I mean, I could just put him in my pocket.
Yeah, I don't want to. I carry a lot of things in my bra. I'm not putting him in my bra. I need a pouch. Everybody have a clean pouch? I can put him on my belt.
Yeah. Yeah. There's got to be something we can put him in the house.
take one of my with my component pouches and dump it into the other and just shove him down and tie him on my belt.
That's fine. I will say, when you guys were looking at, I had to go back and check something really fast. You notice that where his eyes are, they're actually emeralds instead of the green eyes he normally has.
Oh, we should probably pop those out and sell them. No.
Jesus Christ.
Oh hell yo!
Hey,
You're
hey,
better than
is-
that.
No, not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was channeling someone else for a moment.
I wonder who.
All right, so what do you guys want to do? You guys want to head towards Nightbreeze?
I want a cup of tea first, and then we can go in. I just need to calm my nerves.
Okay.
So, I already caught Deluge running towards town, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I
I
mean,
mean,
fuck off and run.
Since she went that way and we need to find out what's wrong with Circe, that seems our only course of action. So let's take a moment, we'll collect ourselves, and we'll head there.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
Seems like a great spot for our very first and probably only break this evening. So, viewers, we'll be back in about, we'll make it 12 minutes. We'll be back at 9:30 Eastern Time to continue on with the story. So we'll see you guys in just a little bit. Hello and welcome back, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us during the break. We are back. So we are going to continue as though the players up at the house have taken their tea break. What is going on? Why am I still... Oh, technology and I are not friends today. There we go. Hey, there. That one there. We are going to assume that the players have taken a little bit of a break. Now, if you guys recall, you are, a lengthy walk away from town. Hence probably why one of your players wanted to try to get a horse. But I'll say that at this point in time, as you guys set out on foot, Deluge, you're going to have about an hour on them. Between the running, the distance that you already go, the fact that they took a time to collect themselves, they got themselves together, and they're walking to town, you're going to have about an hour to an hour and a half before they get there to do the things that you would like to do before they will be in town.
Awesome.
You have 5 minutes. Ready, go. So with all that in mind, is there anything you guys would want to do or talk about as you are walking the party that's together, or is there anything you want to talk about to nature while you're walking? Deluge.
I think next time we should tell the guards they should maybe leave a cart and a horse for us. Yeah, on their rounds.
Yeah, definitely a good idea.
There's a lot more walking around here than I thought there'd be.
I thought maybe there's more sailing.
Oh, we could have just taken the small boat. I bet it would have been faster.
So,
I'm used to riding in wagons all the time. I shouldn't be wearing heels.
Note to self, remember we have a small sailboat.
And also, since you guys have walked in and out of town a few times, you only pass by 3 stables on your way in and out.
so should look about buying a horse. See a man about buying a horse, and so.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I just have a bad feeling about any horses we buy.
Yeah, that's true. Seeing how this far we've gone with our job here, yeah, probably wouldn't be a good idea. A horse might be a recurrent expense that we keep shelling out. So
So, with that, we'll say, Deluge, you reach the gate that leads into town. It is near the end of the day. The sun is beginning to set. You still have about 2 hours of daylight-ish before the sun will be completely set.
Out of character, I apologize. A train is going by, so you're gonna hear some loud honking.
I just thought that was the industry of Saltmarsh.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like now. They've
Yeah.
progressed into the steam age.
magical foghorn, for the ships coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's done, but I don't know. I'm gonna go to, what was the name of that tavern we had all of our stuff stashed at?
Oh, Night Breeze Tavern, the Sea Breeze Inn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you make your way through town?
Yeah.
All right. You walk in.
Gonna go up to the bartending lady, and I'm gonna tell her that I need to get our funds out. The group has requested it.
Elsa looks at you and says, "That's absolutely fine. You're more than welcome to enter. I'm sure he showed you where the safe is. So,
Yep.
and
I'm
it's
gonna.
a average night, for the bar. There's maybe 10 or 15 patrons in there. There's a guy playing a lute up near the stage.
Yeah, I'm gonna take all the money out of the safe,
Okay. I mean,
and then I'm
you have access to it, so
yeah, and then I'm going to leave and head to the meeting place.
which is back the other direction on the other side of the house.
No, that's not the meeting place. The
Oh
meeting
no, it's not.
place
You're
with
right. You're right. Okay, yeah,
yeah, it's like on the other edge of town.
yeah. You're right. You're right. All right. So yeah, that's not a problem. Yeah, you are about the time that you get there. The players will be making it through town. So with
Once I
that,
get to the meeting place,
yeah,
or
yeah.
okay.
So I'm gonna when we hit town, I'm gonna biff out my have him just basically start flying because he knows what deluge looks like. I'm just gonna have him just like tell him just canvas the town, just fly all over, see if you can if you spot her, if you find her, come back and get us.
Okay, easy enough. Um, all right, so you guys make your way through town and go through the guard gate past the prison. You move across the bridge. You guys are heading for Night Breeze at Sea Breeze Tavern, correct?
Yes.
You make your way in the tavern, and it's a little bit busier because it's a little bit later in the evening, by about another hour or so. A lot of the stores have closed, so a lot of people are making their way around for supper. They are making their way for some entertainment. There's still a single guy with a lute playing. When you guys walk in, because it's starting to get to the busier time, you guys can see Night Breeze is standing at the top of the stairs overlooking everything. A very proud owner as the night is beginning to film.
I guess we'll walk up the stairs towards him, but try to make eye contact with him first and be like, give him that look of a hey, we got some shit we gotta talk about.
He smiles and waves you guys on up.
So let's make our way up the stairs and be like, hey, yeah, we've got a little bit of a situation. You wouldn't happen to know any breakers or anything about curses, would you?
Kind of looks at you a little bit. He looks around and says, "Let's go to the meeting room to have a conversation like this."
All
And
right.
so he walks downstairs. You guys go into the meeting room that's adjacent to his office. The fire's lit. The table's there. And everything is good to go. So he sits down and goes, "So, what kind of curse are you talking about?"
Oddity, you wanna show him?
You're muted, Oddity.
Okay. I'll take the figurine out of my pouch and just kind of lay it on the table.
You see Night Breeze, who's kind of just like, "Hey guys, how are things going?" All of a sudden, kind of look down at the table and go, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, we had a run in with some night hags. I think they've been doing some smuggling or delivering or something.
He's gonna kind of reach out and say, "May I pick him up?"
Be careful.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
don't worry. He picks it up. He kind of looks at it. He goes, "Man, this brings back some memories. Some of them good, some of them not so good." So,
Do tell.
well, back in the day, uh, when I was up to no good, there's a couple of guys making trouble in my neighborhood.
Did you get one little fight?
And yeah, and my mom got mad, and yeah. So, but no, back in the day, when I first came to this part of the world, I found myself in Waterdeep, and I got put together with a group that you guys may know, and he kind of points over his shoulder, and or may have heard of. And one of our adventuring party members named Dravarax, who also was a Dragonborn. Um, he was there was something going on with him, and he would go into this statue-like state and then just come out completely at random.
Hmm.
It was really hard to figure out when he would come out. It was really hard to figure out when he would go away. He'd be there one moment, gone the next. Um, and it felt a lot like this. I could feel, his heartbeat. I could feel the heat. That lets you know that he's there. Also, if this is a very similar curse, uh, when the statue doesn't have the emeralds, in this case, that means that he's out, and you have to keep the statue either with him or near him because that's where he goes. You need to keep the statue safe, but it don't for the love of anything put it in a bag of holding or a bag of holding. That will it won't break the curse, but the curse won't be needed anymore. You'll have nothing left but an expensive trinket. But keep it on you, and when he can, he'll come out and maybe he'll be able to tell you some stories of things that he's seen. I've heard of others that have had this curse. How the fuck did this happen to you?
Not quite sure. We were
Well,
in the middle of fighting these hags, and
Well, hags like what? Like hags like like
the watery ones,
like Jabetti down at the bar, or like the watery hags?
sea hags.
Oh, a sea hag did this?
Yeah.
There
Were two of them, and then suddenly he just snapped. He was a figurine on the ground.
What was a sea hag doing?
So, all right. Well, anyways, so I guess he knows absolutely nothing of what's happened.
I mean, I could metagame.
Um, 1 second. How much do we want to tell him?
I think you might as well
Sea hags
try
have
to at
been
least
moving
lay out
for
as much.
What
as
about the rest of the stuff with Deluge and the ship and the?
It's gonna come out eventually.
Speaking of, Deluge. So you get to the meeting place, and you can see that there is but one ship in this lone cove of a dock. It is the Sea Ghost, with a single green flame on the prow of the ship.
Oh, somebody got killed by a skeleton.
Yeah. If it was white, then it was lightning. If it's red, then you got volcanoes to worry about. And ain't nobody want to deal with that shit.
All right, I'm gonna approach the ship, I guess.
All right, there's a dock that walks out to the ship. There are 3 guards standing down on the dock. They see you walk up, and they nod, and they part ways, and you can see the gangplank that leads up. Up at the top, there's the captain.
Hey, okay, so
And he looks
the
around and
goods.
goes, "So how are you planning on moving all of these goods?"
Well, what I was planning on doing actually was just giving you all this money and hoping that you'd fuck off.
But I've already been paid for the goods. I just need to deliver them.
Well, I can give you all this money to legally purchase the goods and deliver them. I don't know, man. I'm not really. It's been a while since I was a pirate, okay? It just.
Hey, not all pirates. Not all pirates. Businessmen, if you will.
Yeah. Businessmen. Look, I figured that way, if I just illegally ordered everything, couldn't be traced back to you, it technically wouldn't be an illegal act, and you would also be totally out of the water.
And he kind of laughs a little bit. He looks around and goes, "Sweetheart, everything here is illegal." With that, we're going to roll back to the group. So what are you telling Nightbreeze?
So, now what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I guess we'll tell him basically, say how saw the sea hags roll up to the house, and uh, some of our Circes. We can, if we want, just mention that Deluge was out there, but we could basically start with Circes because we all saw it when Circes was interacting, fighting. So it could have been
And none of us heard the conversation outside anyway.
yeah. So basically, we tell them that we heard Circes call. We heard our Dragonborn friend call out that there was trouble. We all ran out and we saw Circes here fighting off a couple sea hags that had rolled up to the house in a um, so fighting ensued. Yeah, these hags were very ugly, and but the next thing we saw was Circe's poof little statue.
And while you're
So
saying this, he's gonna stand up and walk over to the mantle, and you see him kind of just reach over and blindly grab something and slowly put it down on the table. And you can see a black onyx statue that looks like another dragonborn. And he goes, "Okay, I understand. Um, keep your friends safe, and I'll reach out to some of my friends and see what we might be able to do." With that, we're going to jump back to Delusion.
Look, is there any way I can just make this up?
Just
Like clearly,
take the weapons off my ship, and note that it's been delivered, and I can leave and come back next month with the next shipment.
But that's the thing, they're still gonna frickin' be there. There's still gonna be a problem.
But it's not my problem.
It's gonna be your problem. They're gonna make it your problem.
If I show back up with the goods still on board, it will be my neck. And he kind of looks over at his crew and starts going like this. And you hear crates and stuff being unloaded onto the dock. He goes, "This is now your problem to deal with, not mine."
Fine. It's my problem.
And the first mate walks up with a ledger and a quill and goes, "Will you sign?"
Are you fucking serious? Paperwork?
Paperwork.
Yeah, I'm gonna write fuck you in big cursive lettering with a heart.
Is the O a fuck you, the heart? Like fuck you
Yes.
with heart? Okay, perfect.
Absolutely.
Okay. Because that's an interesting name. As you're signing it, you can see the ink turn from black to vibrant crimson red, and then sink back down into the paper.
That's creepy.
Cool trick. Question. Who am I delivering this to? Just out of curiosity, who the hell did you sell stuff to?
The lizard folks purchase it. We've met a sea hag one other time. She loads it into a cart. She takes it out to the woods. That's all I know.
Oh. We've met briefly.
Well, then you have somebody that you can hand it to.
No, I can't. One of them's dead.
Oh.
I broke the cart.
That's a hell of a predicament.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much trouble do you think I'd be in if I just pushed this stuff into the ocean?
Well, as far as I know, on my end of the deal, the contract has been signed. We have delivered the goods to the person who has picked them up. Your name has been logged in the ledgers as the person who's picked it up by your hand and by your script. So they could find you if they need to find you. So I don't know what kind of trouble that puts you in, but I would think it'd be pretty serious, dear.
Oh, deluge. What have I done?
While you're contemplating what you have done, we're going to cut back to the party. All right.
So, have you gotten any information out of our friend that you have here in your in
dear
your
old
care?
Ned. Dear old Ned, yes. I spoke to him for a couple of days, and he got really tired. He got really worn out. But then he told me that he was there to try to find out who weapons were being delivered to. He was hired by another group of people that I don't know, that I've never even heard of. And while he had just arrived the day or two before and had worked his way in to be part of the group that was at the house, you guys showed up and he took evasive action.
Then why'd he stab me?
Because he needed to get to the bottom of is who is taking what where to save his family. His family is being held hostage. And he is terrified for his 2 daughters and 5 sons. I've got a few more questions to ask him. He hasn't broken completely yet.
We'll keep working on him. We're gonna think this over a bit. And so,
But he doesn't
yeah,
know anything else.
I think he knows more, but we'll keep working on it. Hopefully we'll have some more information next day or so.
I'm gonna talk to him.
You're more than welcome to. He hands you the set of keys. He goes, keys 1, 5, 7, and 9.
Okay. What were those numbers again?
1, 5, 7, and 9.
Okay. I'm gonna head back there.
All right. He's gonna say, he's for a moment there. He's gonna kind of look before he hands you back Circe's, and he's gonna say, Dravrax, say hi to Circe's. Circe's, Dravrax. Do you guys know each other? Oh, I know. That's a bad way to think of things. You're both Dragonborn. You don't, huh? Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. Here, you guys take Circe's. Dravrax is gonna stay over here on the shelf with me.
Okay.
It's a running joke. Don't worry about it. It's fine. But really, I will see what I can help. See what I can do to help you guys. Even after the curse is broken, I know there's sometimes some problems with it, and he may never get out of it. Some are lucky, some are not. And I will say, you look and you could see the recess where there would be gemstones in the Dravrax sculpture. There are not any. He goes, Dravrax was lucky. But I know of others that weren't. So, but I'll see what I can find out for you. Okay?
Cool.
All right, let's cut back to Deluge.
So, okay, like, the stuff's here.
Yeah, to give you an idea of the inventory, there are 8 bundles. There are 10 morning stars, 10 long swords, 10 shields, 20 javelins, and 1 shield emblazoned on the front with a design of a lizard with a forked tongue extended.
So, is the captain still there and everything?
He is. He and his crew are getting ready to disembark. They are starting to raise anchor. They're starting to turn rudder and push off a little bit. And he goes, "You might want to take the gangplank before we pull it."
Just a question. Off chance. Because my life just seems to be going this direction. You wouldn't happen to be hiring, would you?
No, not at this time.
All
We'll
right,
be back
thanks.
next month, though. If things happen on the sea, I could always use a hand. So I'll let you know.
Can
I
I
know where- I
murder
know where
one
to
of your
find you.
crew members and become them now? Please? Because my life is just...
He goes, that wouldn't be wise. We've got deadlines we have to keep.
Yeah, don't we all?
And as he
Thank
says that,
you.
as he says that, you see him kind of like rub his arm, and you can see some glyphs start to highlight, even against the fading sun. It's a reddish yellow script that works its way up his arm. He goes, "We've got deadlines we have to keep, and some of us really need to keep those deadlines."
Right. Okay, then. I'll just deal with this. Pleasure having you not kill my friends.
Pleasure not having to kill your friends. See you around.
Toodles.
I would have killed it.
So you take the gangplank. They draw the gangplank up. You can hear the sounds and watch the sights as the boat turns around, being pushed by oar and mast, and then makes its way out via 2 rowboats being pulled out of the cove, and then the rowboats are attached to the sides. The sails are unfurled. They billow, and it begins to drift off.
Okay. So, I cannot logically just carry all this stuff.
Yeah, you would be more than encumbered. You would be flat.
Is there a stable nearby?
You know of a couple stables. One's over by the bridge, and the other one's over by the gatehouse. So it would be across town. But you know, there's a couple stables in town for sure.
Can I try sneaking into town and getting a horse and cart?
Yeah, I mean, you have no reason to believe that your party followed you. So
Yeah, I'm gonna do that then.
okay, okay, easy enough. So you're gonna walk your way back into town. Party, what are you doing?
Guess we're going into ask our friend a couple more questions here.
Go for it.
I'd walk in there. Ned, how are you doing today?
He looks up and goes, "So tired, so
Um,
thirsty."
I would actually. Is there like a basin in here or something?
You can
Like,
hear the constant drip of water. You look around and you can see that there is water that drips down and fills a mold and moss covered basin.
oh, tasty.
Extra nutrients.
Yeah. Listen, Ned. Nightbreeze says you have kids. You're trying to protect them. Why not, instead of playing this whole game, you just tell us everything you know? Because we want the same thing. We want to know.
There's so much
Where?
that I don't know.
Well, why don't you tell us what you do know?
I got a letter that had locks of my daughter's hair. It had the finger of my son. And they sent me to go figure out what was going on at the house. They gave me 2 weeks,
Well, how much time do you have left?
3 days.
And you don't know anything else.
I was trying to figure it out before you all showed up.
Well, you wouldn't have figured it out anyway. You're an idiot. We're not getting anything else from him. Listen, if we see your kids, yeah, we'll try to do right by them. But if you don't have anything else for us, then there's not much we can do.
He's gonna look at you. He's just like, I know nothing.
All right. Just remember, if there's a piece of information you're holding from us, and that could have helped to save your kids, it's on you.
He's got nothing.
Well, this was a waste of time.
Yeah, we'll just let him sit here and stew. Maybe he'll have that righteous epiphany and he'll start singing like a canary. But
I doubt it. He'll probably won't be saying much of anything in 3 days.
let's
By the
well,
days, by the way, if you guys want to recant how things have worked, he's already been without food and water for 3 days.
He's fine.
yeah, he'll be
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
I guess
Well,
Adi,
I have
you
no
said-
idea.
Adi, you said you saw Deluge start running in the general direction of town.
Yeah, she was chasing the horse. She's here somewhere, I think. Maybe. She's never been here before. She doesn't know anybody else, right?
No, but she knows the bartenders. I know she's looked. She knows the bartender.
Jesus
So
Christ.
let's start
True.
asking around and
This is probably yeah, you're right. This is probably one of the first places she'd go. I know if I came here, it's the first place I go.
Yeah, let's go check with the bartender.
All right. So you guys go back upstairs. It's a little busier, not by much. Elsa is definitely working behind the bar.
hey, how you doing tonight?
Hey, how's it going?
We're doing good. You wouldn't happen to see our Woody Janasi friend tonight, have you?
Oh, you mean Deluge?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like, did you see her?
She stopped by a few hours ago, and she didn't even like talk to me. She asked about getting in to go see the money, and she walked in. No
what?
flirtation, no like oogling my ass as I walked away. None of it.
Hold on, wait. Let's
wait.
yeah, let's rewind a little bit.
Yeah,
You said
she
something
went.
about money.
Yeah, she went into the safe and got your guys' money. I figured you guys sent her here for something.
Yeah,
I
about
grab
that.
the nearest drink off a counter and I just down it.
Roll me a percentile die.
I'm gonna set her on fire.
My 401k. 24.
24. You pick it up and you drink it like it's water. However, it is definitely not water.
I was hoping it was.
It's akin to Everclear.
Needed that anyway. Freshen up.
It's like, did she say where she was going or
No,
anything?
no real conversation. Like I said, she just came in. She asked if she can go get it. I pointed at her in the direction, and she went in and she left.
Alright. It's side note to the DM. Has my Raven like
Raven has not been able to find.
okay? It's, I guess what were you gonna say, Oddity?
So, when she comes back, tell her that Oddity is looking for her. And if she puts the money back, don't let her take it back out.
Yes,
Okay.
new rule from now on. There has to be at least 2 of us here to withdraw the money.
Yeah, it has to be at least 2, or they have to have the heads of the others.
Yes, that could work too.
Okay,
Yes.
I mean, I would definitely mention that to Varus. But yeah, if she comes back, I'll definitely let her know.
But if she does come back and Nightmare just happens to be around, if you could lock her up downstairs, it'd be greatly appreciated. I really, really need to see her.
Okay. I mean, I'm not one to kink shame, but sure.
Thank you. All our money.
Well,
As a
Yes,
side note
this
to all you
definitely
out there
goes,
that want to think about being a DM, some of the best ways to get rid of all your players' money is just let one of them take it all.
Let's go talk outside.
this definitely there's a hole in the sail winds here, and so have to do something about that.
She looks around. She goes, "You guys want a drink?"
I think after the day we had, I could certainly use something to drink.
She goes, "Okay." She looks over at Rogelio. She goes, "That was a bit strong. Do you want something like that again? You're usually not one to drink that kind of stuff."
I'll have a water.
Water it is. And she goes, "Usual for the other two? Where's
Rum.
where's your dragon boyfriend? He always has such nice things. I always feel better when he's around."
Just put them on the table.
He's taking care of some things back at the house. You know, he's tidying up a little bit. And so.
Oh, well, when you see him, can you let him know that I talked to my friends and my family, and I think that we may be interested in his idea about starting something for Paler around here.
We will. We'll make sure that message gets passed along, and I'm pretty sure he knows. I know he has a feeling that everything was going to go towards that way.
Okay. She goes, "I'll have your drinks for you. You guys want to sit out front?"
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll sit out front.
Not a problem.
And, so.
Look at this shit.
I guess we'll sit. We'll sit in the shady, like the darkest corner of out front, you know, so that way we can watch the door.
Yeah.
And just sit there for a little bit.
Of course. Okay.
Like,
and after a few
totally...
minutes, she comes out with a tray with your guys' usual drinks and an extra large glass of water just for you, Rogelio. You can still feel the burn a little bit in your throat too. In fact, at this point, it's been about 10 minutes. I need a Constitution check.
That is a 8.
Okay, so at some point before the water gets to you, you feel like a little, and you just swallow it back down. You're okay.
Good.
It's more of a burning. It's not like vomit. It's just like fire, right? Just a little bit of fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really opens up the sinuses.
Yeah, definitely.
So you alright over there, Rogelio?
Yeah, I'm good. Great, fantastic. Nothing could be wrong. Worse. Yep.
I don't blame you. I feel like throwing up myself.
Guess collar's a little too hot under the collar, but he's trying to keep it tempered
All right,
and not try
going
to
back
show it
to
off too much.
going back to Deluge while you guys are drinking and just trying to contemplate what your next move is. Deluge, you are working your way back through town. I'm going to assume you'd go the way that you know.
Yes, but I'm gonna be very stealthy, just in
Roll
case.
me a stealth check.
Please tell me my stealth is good. 19.
Okay, good to know. What's your passive perception?
12.
Okay, good to know. Really fast, Calder. We've done a lot of talk about your Raven. What's your Raven's passive perception?
13.
Okay, good to know. Okay. That's a 13. Got it. Okay. So, the sun is definitely beginning to set. You're in the final few, maybe half hour or so of any kind of daylight. There's torches being lit throughout the town. Your Raven has checked in with you twice, Calder, saying, it's basically letting you know that telepathically that it has not been able to find anything, and you send it back out. You give it a treat, send it back out, and it does another pass. Deluge, as you are walking directly in front of the Seabreeze Inn, you kind of look over your shoulder, and you are able to see the Raven take off. So you know that Calder and the rest of the party are at the inn at this point.
I'm gonna be extra stealthy. Is there a clothing shop nearby?
Not one that's open.
Is there a clothing shop without many people around it?
A little bit further down the street, there is one, yes.
I'm gonna try and break in.
Okay. Okay, that's one way you could do this. All right. So
Actually, you know what? No, I'm just gonna keep going to the stable. I think I've made enough stupid choices today.
all right. So you make your way across the bridge, and you come across. There's a stablery just across the bridge on the northwest side of town, and the barn lights are on. The small home/office, the lights are still on, and the door is still open, and you can see two people out feeding the horses and preparing the stables for the evening.
All right, I'm gonna approach them.
Okay.
Hi, is it too late to possibly buy a horse and maybe even a cart?
And one of them turns around and looks at you. It's an older human male. And he goes, we could definitely figure something out. It's a bit late in the day. Business hours are usually while the sun is up, but I don't mind helping people out if they need it. What do you need a horse and a cart for this late in the evening, young lady?
Oh, well, a ship arriving with some important cargo got here way later than expected, and I gotta book it, so I gotta make this delivery on time, or, my ass is grass. So, your fastest horse and best cart would be preferable.
Well, our fastest horse, he's a mighty steed. He's right over here in the corner. You see, there's this black palomino. His name is Maximilian, and he's probably one of the strongest and fastest ones we have. But he's gonna run you a couple hundred gold because we get a lot of stud fee for him.
Really now? How much money do I have after I took everything from my friends?
That's up to you guys to tell me.
I don't even remember.
It's a lot.
It was pretty much all the reward money, I think.
It was a lot.
Pretty sure I have enough gold. I'll buy the horse.
Okay. Yeah. If one of you guys want to look, it's a lot of gold, and that might come into play later anyway. But okay. And he goes, and what kind of cart do you need? Do you need
A
like
good
a little,
one.
like a cart for moving for wood, for straw, for people, like a covered wagon? Not that I have a covered wagon because that's not what we do here.
700 gold.
That's all we have. That's all you guys have.
That's
Oh, yeah.
as of session 5. Is 700 gold in the tavern. Held at tavern, not split.
I thought we had more than that.
You guys picked up like 500 gold from the stuff that you gave back on session 5. We'll figure it out. You have plenty of-
Anyway,
Go ahead.
I need a cart that should be able to haul, and then I list off the supplies that they dropped off.
He kind of looks at me and goes, "Well, that you could do that with a flat cart or a buckboard. It's up to you."
Whichever is the most sound and sturdy purchase, I guess. I gotta really move. So
I'd say probably a buckboard then. That'd be your best route to go. Now, I do have one over here. It's currently on loan for someone else for some repairs back to us. But I mean, if you wanna wait a little bit, I could get it ready. You can go ahead and take it.
how long is it gonna take?
Oh, I could probably have it done before sunrise.
I really gotta move now. So what's the second best option?
I mean, with everything you listed, a buckboard's what you need. He goes, I mean, I've got this other one, but I was kind of hoping to hang on to that one.
I don't think I can stress enough how quickly I have to get the fuck out of here.
I mean, if you want to wait till morning, I could have this other one ready for you for 50 gold. But if you want the other one, then it's going to cost you like another 175.
Money is no object.
I mean, if you're willing to pay for it, I can always get another one, I guess.
Like I said, money is no object.
All right. If you give me and my boy about 20 minutes, we'll have the horse ready to go. We'll be right out front.
Thank you, sir. You are a savior.
Okay.
Is there anywhere that I could just lay low for a little bit? I've been hounded by this one guy. He can't take no for an answer, and I'm kind of trying to hide.
Oh, you can go inside and hang out with my wife. That'd be all right.
Thank you. I'm gonna go inside and hang out with his wife.
All right. So she offers you like the customary wine, tea, meats, a little bit of food, some snacks and stuff like that. Back to the party at the porch.
So, guys, we were talking about buying horses.
Yeah. I wonder if there's any stables still open.
You
right
guys
now.
do recall that there's 2 or 3 stables on the west
What
side
are
of the
we
bridge.
gonna do when we find her?
I don't know.
She pulled that shit with the boat, and then she ran away in the middle of a
Yes.
fucking hag fight.
And then took all our money.
She's probably like on the next boat to the mainland.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if she's even in town still.
Oh god.
It's kind of back with my old raiding party when we had people that kind of went against us, didn't kind of betrayed us. We kind of keyhauled them as a form of punishment.
Do you have a boat?
Fortunately, we
I-
don't have a boat right now. We have that small sailboat, but I don't think we
True.
can really keelhaul somebody with that.
Probably not.
Grew up on land in a wagon, traveling. I have no idea what keel hauling is. What's keel hauling?
Basically, we strap them to the keel of the boat and then just.
Sail. We just sail.
Keel.
It's the frontish center part.
Oh. And when we were in
And actually,
the,
actually, now that I think about it, it probably wouldn't even really bother her.
yeah, she's in Bridgewater.
We can
When I was
wagon
with the-
haul her.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, with the circus, we used to, father used to drag them behind our cart.
I don't
Right,
know what to do with her. I mean,
This is
yeah, for me personally, maybe this is a little shallow. It kind of depends on if she still has the money or not.
yeah.
Yeah, I need that money.
Kind of overlook if the money were to come back, and it'd be a little.
She still has to
Lenient.
explain herself more.
She's
So,
apparently painfully stupid. She got put up on I still don't understand why she went up on that boat looking for help. She banged her head on it or something. And then
We don't know. We weren't. My Eden wasn't out far enough to see what happened. He only saw that she was up there talking.
Yeah. And then she leaves with the horse, runs after the horse, and then she takes their money.
Didn't you save her too? Like bring her back?
Yeah, and then she just whispered at me and ran.
I'll say as you're
Out of
saying that, Allison's
Out of
walking.
character. When you say it all out of context and put it all like that, I am really stupid.
as you say, she just whispered in your ear and then ran away. She Elsa's like walking out, taking care of something. She goes, "Yeah, I didn't even get that this time." And she just walks back in. All right, let's hop back to the stable. So about 20 or so minutes go by, and he comes in and goes, "Here you go. Here's your papers. I just need you to sign here. This lets me register the fact that you purchased the horse in the cart, and you're good to go."
Awesome. I'm going to write "fuck you," but in like foreign language,
Okay. I'll
so
say,
they can't tell what it is.
yeah, he's as you sign it, the same thing. It turns into a bright crimson red, and then recedes back into the paper and turns black. He goes, "All right,
Interesting.
all right, it's good to go. He's all yours. He's been fed. He's been brushed. We have a horse care kit that we've included. That's actually a mandate, thanks to some of the things that happen in Waterdeep. That anytime somebody buys a horse, we got to make sure they're taken care of. Now, we got to make sure they have a brush and some feed and some oats and a feed bag. It's all the extra stuff that we have to add on to the bill for you guys. So little ideas comes back down to you guys. But he's all yours. Have a good day."
Thank you very much. And the cart?
The cart's attached.
Excellent. Thank you. And I'm going to get on that horse and book it down some side streets.
Okay. Give
Not
me
the main thoroughfare. Not by the sea prison.
give me an animal handling check.
Oh, sweet Jeebus. Okay. This is
Don't
gonna go
forget
fine.
about dissonant whispers.
Yeah, I'm definitely using one of those. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna use my cursed luck stone. Cause I'm smart, you guys. All right. So there's that. Oh, thank God. 21.
Was that with dissonant whispers or your cursed luck stone? I mean, I don't know what you're doing now. So
Cursed luck stone.
Okay. All right. So you're able to navigate the side streets fairly well. You're able to link back up, going around by the graveyard, the church, the town hall, all that fun stuff. And then you make your way around, and you find yourself in about 20 minutes back where you were. And you find the bundles are still there, undisturbed.
I'm gonna start loading up that cart.
Okay, give me a strength check times 6.
And let me just check something real quick.
Side note, while
My
Shannon,
next 2 ability checks are made with disadvantage because of the cursed luck stone.
Yep.
All right, so let's do the first 2 at disadvantage. Not bad. That's 10.
Okay, it's a struggle, but you're able to pick up the morning stars and move them.
Okay, and that one is a 16, and that's at disadvantage. So
Long
holy
swords
shit!
are able for you to be moved.
All right, 18.
You're able to move the 10 shields.
11.
The javelins are really tough for you to move. It takes you a lot longer, but you're able to get up there. I need a Constitution save for exhaustion.
That's gonna be 16.
Okay, you're still good.
And one last strength check, I think.
Yep.
11.
The shield almost wears you out. It feels heavier than the rest of the things that you picked up, but you're able to get it onto the cart. What did you want to say, Calder?
I was gonna say, would my Raven have seen anything like a horse and a wagon going down the streets at night?
It probably saw a few. I'm rolling percentile die checks to see if it sees it every time. So I have not rolled high enough yet.
Okay.
Been close once. I thought it saw something, but wasn't sure. Go ahead, Shannon.
I'm gonna get on the horse and I'm gonna start heading back to, I guess, the house.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's where I gotta go to start working on finding out where I gotta go next.
All right. Are you using the side streets again?
Yeah, I'm not taking the main road.
All right.
No.
Give me an animal handling check.
Okay. It's 19.
Okay. You are able to make it. I will say that at this point, Calder, your bird comes back frantic. It has found Deluge. She's on
Hey
a
guys,
cart, and she has just departed, working through the northernmost part of town.
so I feed Munin. It's like giving him a little treat. And, hey guys, Munin found Deluge. She's in the northern part of town on a cart, like she's coming back through town. And so we might be able to. If we leave now, we could cut her off, because I don't think she knows that she's been spotted.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. But what do we do when we find her?
Might have to figure that out when we get there. See what she does.
So let's just say subdue her.
Probably be for the best right now. We'll try to take so that way we can give her a chance to explain herself. So it might just be the ales talking, but I'm feeling a little bit nicer now, and so not as little worked up. So
Okay. Okay.
you good over there, Rogelio? You ready?
Yeah, good, solid.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Shannon, just roll me 2 20s at advantage. The rest of you, roll me 120, and I'll take your average.
18 for oddity.
I got a 13 for counter.
15.
Okay, well that makes that average really easy. All right, what did you get, Shannon?
Natural 20.
Okay. So you guys move swiftly towards the north part of town. You circle around by the graveyard, by the town hall, things along those lines. Out of the corner of your eye, you look across the river and across the bridge and through the gate, heading back towards the house on the trail. You see a cart leaving town. She's across the bridge and across town from you.
I'm gonna bamf Moonin out, and I'm gonna tell him to follow the cart.
And he takes off.
Just
Do
I guess,
I
guys.
notice the raven?
I don't think you would have had a reason to be watching for him.
Well, I saw the
no, that's
raven
right, you would.
before.
Give me a perception check.
21.
We'll say about half hour after you have left the front gate, you look overhead and you see the raven flying around.
How far away is the raven?
Oh, Jesus.
Feet-wise.
Probably about 60 feet.
Perfect! I cast Dissonant Whispers on the raven.
Oh, my God. Okay. What do you want your Dissonant Whispers to say and do?
Fuck you. I want it to, let's see. Well, it has to make a save first.
Yep. So, Calder, go ahead and do a save for your raven.
What's the save?
So what's wisdom save, I believe?
Yes.
Wisdom save. So it's a 16.
You had to make it 12, but on a failed save, it makes sense. See, what does it do if it's on a successful save? You take half the damage. Okay. So let's see how much damage we do, and then half.
Sure,
Raven
Ravens
has
have.
like what, 1 or 5 hit points, right? 3.
Probably has like 1.
So let's see, that's 6 damage.
All right, so perfect. So Calder, as you guys are rushing back across the bridge, moving your way up towards the gate, you hear in your mind's eye, almost as though that your raven is squawking it to you, yet is absolutely Deluge's voice. You hear, "Fuck you," and you
And
can tell that
basically
your
now Calder
connection.
just yells at. Calder's gonna yell, "I'm gonna fucking kill this bitch now."
and you feel your connection to familiar is severed.
I'm sorry, Oddity, but I'm gonna fucking kill her now. She
Why?
just
What
killed.
happened?
She just killed my. She just killed Mutant. I can't.
I mean, are we really that surprised with her track record with ravens?
So,
Yeah.
This is personal now.
Why don't? Yeah. Yeah. Do what you gotta do. I won't stop you.
So basically, Calder's gonna start running. Because I guess we're all starting to make our way. He's gonna increase his pace. Power walk, angry power walk.
All right.
Trying to.
I need Constitution saves from everyone for exhaustion at this point.
Oh boy.
Oh wait. Natural one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come on. All right, so that's a
13.
19 for Calder.
Okay. Deluge?
17.
All right. Everyone else besides Oddity is okay to stave off exhaustion for a little while. Oddity, you have 1 point of exhaustion.
Hey. Howdy. Keep going.
So you right back there, Oddity?
I'm used to being on a cart. It's fine. Keep going. I'll catch up. I'm ranged. I can. I have wings if I need it. Just go.
Anybody want to do anything while this chase across the distance of so many squares that I can't really put it on a map ensues?
I guess Calder's gonna slow down just a little bit. Just knows he can get a little tempered, and so he kind of is letting the fire still burn, but he's kind of controlling them so he doesn't leave Rogelio and Oddity too far back.
All right. Oddity, you gonna do anything?
What can I do? Yeah, I can't really do anything. Other than just try to keep up.
Okay. Rogelio?
Is there a stable on the way out of town?
There are. We can backtrack and say that you guys stopped there.
I know it's late, but is it possible to buy 3 horses right now? Not like high grade, average, acceptable grade horses.
So an old gentleman comes to the door. He goes, "Oh, yeah, the business seems to be popping tonight." Yeah.
Oh, you had other visitors tonight?
Oh, I mean, I go days without selling horses and carts, and now I have you 3 wanting to buy horses. I sold a horse and a cart to a nice young lady earlier. I mean, it's.
I'm sure she's great.
So what kind of horse are you looking for? Are you looking for a grass horse, plow horse, war horse?
Just simple riding horse.
Oh, riding horse. Oh yeah, those are inexpensive.
How much is it gonna run us?
Well, it is after business hours, so there is a surcharge premium of, a certain allotment that I'd have to pay in additional taxes to the city. Then there's the paperwork that I'd have to do, and
Sweet Lord, man, just tell me how much.
Probably about 75 gold each.
Never mind, we're walking.
Okay, well, you all have a great night.
Riley would start kind of just stomping off in the direction out of town.
Oh god, I fucked you guys over so bad.
We're gonna walk by a guardhouse, right? The guardhouses would probably have.
They have a couple of
'Cause
horses.
they know who we are.
Yeah,
Hmm.
We
So,
can
we'll see.
try.
you can certainly
It's
try.
we'll see if we can talk to the. Can we talk to the guards? See if we can
Absolutely.
borrow 3 horses, and they can pick them up when they do their next shift change
Yeah.
at the house.
Can I
So, gonna do that. Try to see if we can get some horses from the guards.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna follow Calder and just kind of look as in distress as possible,
Okay, easy enough because you are
Just-
exhausted.
trying to help and give him advantage.
So you see, one of the sergeants of the guard looks at you and says, "Well, you know, we only have 4 horses for the entire group, and one of the horses has already left to go to your guys' house to help you with guarding. By the way, what are you doing here? My guards should be there any time now."
We can take 2. I can ride with one of them. Just we need them, please. We have to get back, please.
Long story short, we're on the trail of the smugglers. Somebody who's
Wait.
Wait.
What smugglers? What smugglers? Tell me more.
This is above your pay grade. We just need to borrow 2 horses back back with their shift change.
I mean, yeah. I guess. I mean, it's like, if it helps the town.
It's like, look at
let
my
me-
my friend here.
Yeah, let me get-
She's a
let
little
me
bit
get the-
exhausted.
Let me get the paperwork together. Give me like 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
What is with everyone on paperwork in this town?
It's a very bureaucratic town. All
Where-
transactions, because of all this black market trading, because of things that have gone missing. That's all the thing. Even we, the guards, have to do extra paperwork
What-
for everything we have to do. We have to
But-
submit things in triplicate, signed off. by an
Rogelio's looking around.
carrier.
Where are the horses? Can we
Oh,
see them?
They're right around back. They're right around back in the stables.
Calder, just go take a horse and follow her. We'll deal with the paperwork.
All right, let's
Well,
go
you
get a
can't
horse.
leave until all the paperwork's done. I have to have signatures from all of you.
Oh my god.
You know where we're staying. Just with the next guard, send the paperwork out, and we'll sign.
No, that's not how the city council wants it. Just give me. By the time
The longer
I would
you
be
spend
done-
talking, the farther away I get.
Exactly. By now, I could have the paperwork done. Just
Just
sit
go
down.
do it. Go do
Just
it.
sit
Go
down,
do it.
have
Go,
a
go,
drink,
go, 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 go,
relax.
go get it.
I'll
Go
be
get
right
it.
back. I'm gonna go get the paperwork. We can sign it. We can talk about it. You guys can borrow the horses. Everything's gonna be okay.
I'm gonna go sit in a chair and wheeze.
Okay. So he's gonna go. He's gonna go off. He's gonna kind of mention somebody. You're gonna see somebody run down the hall. You're gonna hear. Dun, 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 dun,
Calder, go steal a
dun,
horse
dun,
right
dun,
now.
dun, 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 dun.
It's like I'm gonna just quietly slip out, and then it's like tell Rogelio here is he's our legal expert, so he'll be
Because if
doing
you're
all of
gonna
our
be
signing.
around or riding the horse, you have to sign for it. That's how this paperwork works. I'm almost done. And he's writing. He's checking the paperwork. He looks at the 3 of you. He whispers to somebody in the ear. They run. Dun, 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 dun. They come back. Dun, 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 dun. And he whispers back and he fills some things. And he goes, okay. So I'm going to be able to lend you guys 2 horses for a 10-day. That's a whole 10-day because I'm generous and I know you guys need them. And you can always send it back early. I just need you guys to sign 1 on each page, and I can submit the paperwork.
Keller quickly just signs.
So you notice the same thing that I've mentioned before. As you sign it, it turns bright crimson red and then sinks back into black and is affixed to the paper.
He's like knowing with his little magic, would he kind of like get a feeling that this is magic?
Oh, absolutely.
It's, he's like, all right, curious, but those horses. We'll talk about
Rogelio,
this later.
Oddity, you guys sign?
I sign and I'm out the door.
You see the same thing.
Sign.
He brings up 2 horses. They're both ready to go.
And as we're walking out, I go, I'm going to be talking to your supervisor.
Because that's great. Now, I just want to make sure you guys understand that because of some people over in
I'm riding
Waterdeep,
off.
He's going to continue. Because of some people in Waterdeep, anytime a horse is lent, a care package must be given. You will find it affixed to the horse's saddle. There is a brush. There is oath. It's the order of Lindariel. It is how it works now. Just so you know, that's an expense that we are incurring as the town for you. And you guys ride off.
Oh, this goddamn. Kind of want to go back to raiding. Yeah, I didn't have to deal with this much paperwork on a rating.
So, Shannon, you have got a lead of about 45 minutes. Even
And
with
I'm
the
going
horse.
as fast as I can go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Booking it.
I
Because
will
I
give
had
you.
to kill the raven, and I'm like, shit.
Yep. But between the fact that they're riding even two people and one person on single horses, your horse is pulling a load and a cart, and all that stuff, you only wind up having about 45 minutes of leeway time from the time you get up to the house.
That's fine.
Okay. So what would you like to do at the house?
I'm going to. I know the general region, right?
Yeah.
Of this. I'm gonna head off to the swamp.
Oh, well, you kind of know where the swamp is. You don't really know. I thought you meant like the general region, like around the house, but no.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Did I see where those women pulled up from?
No, they were outside when you walked out the door. I
I'm
would
just
say
gonna
the
go in a
rest of the
dirt.
party has a general idea of the direction that they went because they stayed.
I am gonna just go in a direction that I think the swamp is.
Okay, so you're going past the house?
Yeah.
Okay. So the party gets to the house. You can see tracks of a cart and a horse. It continues beyond the house. What do you do?
I guess we. It's like looks like she must have drove by here. It's probably I don't know what she's doing, but she must have been here just recently. We should probably press on.
As we go by, I would just kind of yell at the house, be like, "Hey, random guards, keep the house safe."
Oh yeah, actually I should backtrack that because it is night now. So Shannon, when you went by, you saw that there were 4 guards standing around, kind of going, "What the fuck?" With a couple of horses and the usual affair, camped where they're usually camped.
Perfect. Hey, which way is the swamp, you guys?
Well,
Important business.
there's a couple of swamps. There's one further to the west. There's one back to the west, or what, back to the east on the other side of town. There's one further north.
You
I
guys
mean,
are killing me.
we're in the marshes here.
What's
We're
the closest?
well, there's the ones that it depends. What are you looking for?
Do they have any brochures?
I'm looking for lizard people.
So you mean the lizard folk camp?
Yes.
Oh, that's the one that's back to the north.
That way then. That's what I'm just gonna go that way.
Yeah, so it's back down the trail towards town. I mean, they've only been there again for like the last month or so. The whole place was dormant. I used to play there as a kid. It was
That's
vacant
fucking
for decades.
fantastic. I hope you have a great night. I'm gonna just head that way.
So you're heading back down the trail towards town?
I got no other options.
Okay. So let's backtrack a little bit. So when you guys are about 10 minutes away from the house, you see the campfire off in the distance. So you can see the light reflecting off the side of the house. And you see this cart tearing ass towards you with a horse and Deluge behind it going to the horse. Come on, let's go. What do you guys do?
How far away?
Probably about 200, 300 feet.
I'm gonna start whipping firebolt at the ground in front of the horse.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I'm not
This
trying
might
to
as
hit
well
it.
happen. It's this kind
I'm
of
not
day.
trying to hit it. I'm just
Wait,
trying to stop it.
Oddity, who are you riding with? Are you riding with me or
Whoever would have offered me first. I never offered me a spot first. I wouldn't.
They're
have.
both about the same build, so it would have been the same regardless. But yeah,
say, you want to be riding with me?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you're gonna go mental with an axe. I'm gonna ride with Rohelia thinking about it. So I'm
It's
whipping
much
stuff
safer,
around him.
really.
Rahalia's in a gentle trot. Good horsey.
Yeah, so I'm leaned out around him, just whipping firebolt
Okay,
at
so
the
let's-
ground
Oh,
in
God.
front of her.
Let's make sure. So a few checks here need to happen, right? I need an animal handling check to make sure you don't spook your horse or Calder's horse.
Shit.
Then I need
Shit, never thought about that.
let's see. So this is a ranged spell. I need a dex check to make sure that you don't hit the horse that you're aiming near. that is on the cart with Deluge. Just give me those two first, and let's see
I
how things
regret
pan out.
this.
I regret nothing.
I regret this so much. I may
What
actually end
check
up.
do I have to do?
No, not you don't
Animal
have to do
handling?
you don't have to
Oh,
do any checks yet.
okay.
Let's see what her checks
So-
do first.
Do I need to make one?
Okay.
So I have to do.
You should make a. No, you're fine. You're fine.
What do I make? I know I make a dex check.
Yeah, make the animal handling checks too.
15.
15.
Wait,
That's
animal
enough.
handling 17.
15 would have been enough anyway to hit the ground in front of the horse to kind of gauge the distance, make sure you're not actually trying to hit the horse, but you're trying to spook it. So I need an animal handling check to see what happens, and you can nope, just you, no advantage, to see if it spooks the horse that you are riding.
13.
Okay, so as it flies out of your hands, Rogelio, you feel the reins of the horse yanked as that horse bolts to the left hard. You are running towards the cliff.
Oh, good.
Now do an animal handling check to see what Shannon's horse does.
I'm so sorry.
Going off a cliff.
22.
22. Maximilian doesn't even he's not even phased by it. He is just hauling ass down the trail.
That's the horse I actually want to hire.
I'm so sorry.
All right, Deluge, Calder.
Yes, I'm riding towards Deluge.
All
Deluge.
right. I am so sorry. I really am. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whisper on that fucking horse.
Which horse?
Calder's horse.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. What do you want your Dissonant Whisper to do? And Calder, go ahead and do a... Oh, for a horse. I have no idea what those numbers would be.
It's got to be in the manual.
It's on D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond, not a sponsor, but really wish they were sometimes.
D&D Beyond, everyone.
What's a horse's wisdom then?
Probably pretty low.
Looking it up now. There's a seahorse. You could see the stats of a seahorse.
And a draft horse.
Horse's wisdom is +0.
All right,
Okay.
so in that case, I got a 17.
Okay.
What?
Old wise pants.
All right.
Steady,
That's
old man.
fine. Let me
Oh, fuck.
see. On a successful save, blah blah blah, half as much damage. Okay, so I'm gonna roll the dice again. 5 damage to the horse, and I just want it to be an ungodly shriek of like, "Go away!"
All right, so Calder, your horse is unfazed, but it winces and neighs in pain. You can see like a shock just reach its ears. The ears perch forward. The nostrils flare. It lets out a loud like woof, and you can just feel this reverberation working through the horse. And you look, and there's blood starting to come out of the horse's ears. There's a lot of mucus coming out of the nose. You can feel the heartbeat beating faster and faster and faster.
Like as I'm like riding on him, I'm gonna like still hold the reins, but I'm gonna try to like stroke his mane, neck, and like kind of whisper. It's like, come on, boy, you got this. It's like you're good.
Your horse is bloodied, by the way.
It's,
He's halfway to being a bottle of glue. All right. So, I need an animal handling check from Rogelio.
Dissonant Whisper.
I use a Dissonant Whisper.
Sounds like a great idea.
Guess what, guys? With the Dissonant Whisper, I got a 10.
1-0?
1-0.
Like 1-0?
A 10. A 10.
All
10.
Right. That's enough. That's enough.
Oh,
It's exactly what you needed. The horse would not have run off the cliff, but you're able to steer it back towards the path. It seems to right itself, realizing the fact that it's safe with you, and you are now in a position to where you could essentially T-bone the horse and cart.
Well, okay. Feel like that's not what I should do.
I'm just saying that's orientation-wise, that's about where you were.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm just gonna ride towards the cart more and get closer.
Okay. Let's see, Deluge. What are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whisper again on the horse that Calder's riding.
Oh God.
Make me a wisdom save, horsey boy.
That was a 7.
Oh.
You fail! Alright.
Like, how far away
10.
am I? Like, how far away
You're
am I
like
from?
closing in on like 45 feet.
Yep. You take 10 damage, buddy. Or your horse does.
All right. So, as you're leaning over and trying to soothe your horse and trying to ride, you hear the horse rear back. Its hind legs kick off. I need a dexterity saving throw as it bucks you.
That's a... It's a dex save.
Yep.
So that's a 13.
All right. It's not a 3-point landing, but it's definitely not one that hurts too bad. You kind of land on your side a little bit. You get a little bit of road rash. You look over your shoulder. The horse bucks you off and then falls to the ground, and its legs are twitching, and you can see the eyes pop, and it just stops breathing. You are in the middle of the road, and there is a horse fastly moving, drawing a cart that is heavy, moving directly towards you. Calder, your move.
Alright, I am going to I'm going to hold as she comes closer. When she gets within, check something on it. Let me see something. When she gets within like 5 feet of me, like I want to like sidestep. Within 5 feet, I'm gonna slam my fist to the ground and cast Thunder Wave.
Fuck.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
You're
So
holding
much
your
horse abuse.
I mean, this is supposed to be about pirate ships and sailing and sea monsters, and only one of you's been on a friggin' boat. All right. Morelio and Oddity.
Can I take my turn first?
Yeah, go for it.
Shannon, do a wisdom saving throw.
Hold on, I gotta scroll up. That's gonna be a 21.
You fucking kidding me?
No, I rolled a natural 20.
Okay, well, you see my hands move, but nothing happens.
All right.
So you'll hear me swear.
Morelio, who I believe is frozen.
Shit, he is. Or just really frustrated.
Or really frustrated. There
Hello?
you
There he is.
Now you're back.
Okay. How much further away is the cart?
Probably about 30, 40 feet.
And what's the speed of a horse?
60.
Can I just close in and try to slam the brake on the cart?
Yeah. There's a single brake on a buckboard.
Yeah, can I just ride in and try to pull the brake?
Yes, you can. Give me... Jesus Christ. All right. So it would be an animal handling check, a dex check, and then a strength check.
Animal handling. 4.
Okay. I'll take that into account.
Dexterity. Can I use a dissonant whisper?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's better. That's a 17.
Okay.
And what's the last one?
Strength.
Oh boy. The strength
Mm-hmm.
was a 10.
Okay. So you see Oddity kind of reach on and hold on to you and lean out, and you see her hands move, but nothing happens. You bear down and onto the horse. You flip the reins. It moves as fast as it can, and you go to leap when you think you should have already been there. You kind of close your eyes and say, "God, I hope this fucking works." And you leap, and you barely make it on to the buckboard. And I mean, your voice is a little higher because one of your legs didn't. And you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you land on the sideboard of the buckboard.
I've already had all my kids.
You reach over and you yank on the brake. I want to give Shannon the chance to contest.
Okay. How do I do? Strength?
Yep. Well,
The
actually,
two strongest members of the party.
For you, yeah, it would be strength. Yeah.
Okay, what did he roll?
Well, his strength check was to make sure that he could actually get there and pull it. So what's your roll? And then Chancellor, you go ahead and roll as well. This is a contested strength. Whoever is higher wins.
Okay.
19.
5.
Okay. So you see this happen, Deluge, and you reach over and you grab onto the brake. You see that Rogelio is yanking back on the brake. You're yanking on the brake. At this point, the horse is going by you, Calder. So your held action takes place. Oddity, I need a animal handling saving throw, an animal handling check from you, because the reins were left in your hands on a horse that is going rogue.
No, I'm not going to turn her backstory into an advantage.
And she's frozen. All right. What was your roll? You froze.
Okay. So say I was going to try to turn my backstory into an advantage, but I won't. 15.
Okay, so you're able to maintain
Brain
control
kicked
of the
out that
horse. Calder,
Okay.
go ahead.
Alright, so Thunderwave, each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from me has to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's
DC 12.
everyone,
Including the horse?
including the horses. Horse's constitution is +1.
Okay, gotcha. Roll for the horse. Alright.
Finally.
For me.
Oh, wait, I'm on horse. Fuck. Who's rolling for my horse?
I'll roll for the horse.
Okay.
I rolled for me and Maximilian.
Okay. What do we have to beat, Calder?
What?
What do we have to beat?
12.
12? Okay.
1, 2, 12. Yeah. So, how many fail saves?
Well, let's see.
I got a 19.
I got the 1.
Alright, so that's
The horse got a 1.
going to be on all the failed saves. That's going to be 13 points of thunder damage.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Does the cart itself have to make a save?
And whoever made it is only going to take 6. And also, any unsecured objects within the area of effect are immediately pushed 10 feet away.
Am I an unsecured object? I don't know.
The horse you're on dies.
Oh, fuck.
So I need a acrobatics from you.
Wait, how much damage did I take?
You took
13.
10, or 13 damage, yeah. Okay. I'll get to that in a second. How did you do, Deluge? How did Maximilian do?
Both I and Maximilian rolled an 18.
Nice.
So you take
You
6
are
points of
the
thunder
villain
damage.
of this campaign.
So,
Yes.
just so you know, Maximilian's stats are a little bit different than the standard, but he would have been fine regardless. Or he would have fine as long with that roll, with whatever you rolled, he would have been fine. Um, he is at 14 health after the 7 that he took.
Okay.
Do I take any extra damage from being thrown from a moving wagon?
You are not considered unsecured. However, no, you would have tied everything up, Deluge. I would have expected no less. Um, so, so you rolled 3 on your acrobatics.
Yep.
Okay. So here's what's happening. Let me paint the picture as we prepare to close for the evening. 3 horses met on a street. One moving at breakneck pace with a cart behind it. 2 with 3 riders between them moving against it. There was some lightning thrown, some witch bolts, some words were said. As the dust settles, Oddity, I need you to take 10 points of damage as you are flung off of the horse onto the cart against Deluge and Rogelio, and the brake is now broken on the cart. Maximilian is scared shitless and trying to keep going as the wheels are locked. There are 2 dead horses that belong to the town of Saltmarsh and a pile of weapons in the back, all about 300 feet away from the guards patrolling your property.
So I'm still in the cart.
You're
I
still-
thought Thunderwave would have thrown me because I failed.
No, you're fine. Between Oddity being thrown off of the dead horse onto you and everything else, I'm considering you secured.
And did I take any extra damage from being hit by a flying oddity?
You and Deluge decide if you're willing to absorb half of the damage split between the 2 of you, which would be 2 damage each, to where Oddity would then only take 5 damage. I will let you guys decide that right now.
I mean, I'm good with that.
I take 2 damage.
Okay. So,
Thank you.
Oddity, you only take 5 damage from being flung from a dead horse onto a moving cart and helping break a brake that's now broken as a brake.
Hey.
Wow, guys.
Wait. I didn't take exhaustion into.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll play it the way it is. Narrative over rules every time.
She had a burst of adrenaline.
Yeah, it was a burst of it. Watching the horses get killed spurred you on to excitement. So, when we I do believe I saw some messages that I know for a fact at least one person, if not 2 people, are out next week, right? Don't one of you have a con to go to next week?
Yeah, I'll be here. I'll be out. I'm hoping I'll be able to make it, but it depends on the internet.
So there's a chance that we will not be able to play next week because 2 out we can't do, 1 we can. But if the Wi-Fi at the hotel is crap, then we won't worry about it. Just let us know whenever you get checked in. We'll do a test if we have to, and see about that. If not, then we'll be back the week thereafter. And I look forward to what the fuck you guys decide to do next, because oh my god, this campaign, there is no such thing as rails anymore. I don't even know, but I'm having a blast. But thank you to all of those that hung out tonight. Thank you for the chat. Thank you for all of it. We will see you guys, if not next week, the week thereafter, as we continue what the heck the story is becoming, because my god, is it amazing. But I do appreciate it. We're going to look for somebody to raid, because that's the kind of community that I like to run. But I do appreciate everyone. Hopefully by the next time we have this game, I have some emotes in my channel. They'll be pirate themed, so there we go. But anyway, thank you again, everybody, for hanging out. Let me look for somebody to raid, and we will see you next time we see you. Follow on Twitter. That's the best way to find out. Bye, everyone.
Bye, internet.